The drunken dribbler, the Greyhound, giraffe on roller skates, 13-year NBA veteran, 2024 Big 3 champion, Corey Brewer joins us for a chat. Brewer's looking to go back-to-back with the Houston Rig Hands after winning the Big 3 title a year ago, which is something Brewer is very familiar doing after winning back-to-back titles with the Florida Gators back in 2006 and 2007. Part of that team with Joakim Noah, Al Orford, Torian Green, one of the better college basketball teams in recent history. The Rig Hands are reuniting some key members of the 2024 Big 3 championship team, including Garland Green, Brewer, Jalen Johnson. However, hard struck by injuries in the offseason, the team has now added Big 3 veteran Jeff Ayers, Azir Kaur, who many felt were completely overlooked in the draft. The Rig Hands will face off against the DMV trilogy as the Big 3 returns for Season 8, June 14th on CBS. Two-time NCAA champion, 2011 NBA champion. The awards just keep stacking up for you. Corey Brewer joins us, CBS Sports. You losing fingers? Like you already have four rings, looking for your fifth this year in the Big 3. You're running out of fingers. You're going to have to go to the other hand at some point, Corey.
Nah, hey, man. As long as you I can keep winning. I'll find fingers. I can use my toes.
You won it last year in 2024, the Big 3 championship with Bivouac. Now you guys are the newly named Houston Rig Hands. How cool is it to be part of now, for the first time in the Big 3 here in Season 8, an actual city affiliation?
I think it's real cool. I love playing in the Big 3. Bivouac was cool. I'm happy we won last championship. Me and Bivouac. The Ant Army, baby. So we'll take that one. But being a part of the Houston Rig Hands is great. City based. A guy that played for the Rockets, and I also have a home in Houston. Just being in Houston, living in Houston, I know how those people love basketball. So I think Houston's going to really support us, and we're going to give them a good product.
I've always kind of wondered because you played for 8 different teams, and you were actually a part of some other teams as well, but maybe didn't suit up for them. Which city do you identify most with?
It'd be Houston,
Yeah.
just because I live there. So Houston, it's a great city. People are great, and they took me in, and home.
A lot more Big 3 questions for you, but first, what we like to do with the social media team here is we like to get our guys warmed up because these Zoom interviews can be weird, man. They can be a little off-putting for sure for some people. So, to get things warmed up and to get you kind of warmed up here with the questions, have you ever done a grid challenge before?
I haven't. What's a
This,
grid challenge?
this is beautiful. No, this is great. First ever Corey Brewer grid challenge. All right, so you played for 8 different NBA teams, and that doesn't include your time in the Big 3 as well. So to give you an idea, is basically a grid challenge is you're supposed to name a player that played for 2 different teams. So a single player had to, for example, name a player that played for both the Oklahoma City Thunder and also the Minnesota Timberwolves. And your job is to name any player that played for both of those 2 teams. And basically, it's a grid, and there's 9 different answers. And so it's
Yeah,
basically testing your NBA knowledge and Big 3 knowledge and maybe a little bit of Florida knowledge as well.
let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Corey Brewer, name a player that played for both the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Kevin Martin.
Former teammate, right?
Yep.
Lakers, Thunder.
Lakers, Thunder, myself.
You can only use yourself one time because you played for all these teams, but that's
Oh,
fair.
cool.
That's fair. I'll let you have it.
I like
Rockets, Thunder.
Rockets, Thunder, James Harden.
Florida Gators, Minnesota Timberwolves. It's getting a little tougher here.
Florida Gators, Minnesota Timberwolves, Chris Richard.
Ooh, deep dive on that one. Florida Gators, Los Angeles Lakers.
Florida Gators, Los Angeles Lakers. Florida Gators, Los Angeles Lakers. Ooh, Castleton.
Okay. Who is it? Castleton?
Yeah.
That one went right over my head because I was thinking Dorian Finney-Smith. That was the first name that popped
Nah,
in my head.
Castleton. He was on the two-way with
Mm,
the Lakers.
I'll
He
let you
played
have
for the
it.
Gators. Yeah.
Florida and Houston Rockets.
Florida, Houston Rockets, Vernon Maxwell.
Ooh, love that. Last 3 lines here. Who played in both the Big Three and for the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Greg Monroe.
Big Three in the Los Angeles Lakers.
BIG3, Lakers. Lance Stevenson, no?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. He did have
Or we
a
can,
hot
or
minute
we can
with the
go
Lakers.
Mike Bees. Mike
Yeah.
Bees.
See, we did the same grid challenge with Beasley, and he played for so many different teams too, and he had an absolute blast doing it. So if you
Oh yeah.
see him, let him know that we'll do another grid challenge with him at some point. Last one
Okay.
here for you: the Big Three and the Rockets.
BIG3 and the Rockets. Ooh. I said Mike Bees already. I used him because he would be BIG3. Jason Terry, didn't he play in the BIG3?
Let's see. That was thinking of one of your teammates right now. That was the guy that came to my
Oh,
mind.
Joe Green. Yeah.
Jason Terry
Yeah.
did play for the Big Three.
Yes. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. See, not bad for your first time. Not bad at all. And next time we do this, might be even better. But all right, let's talk Big Three. See, all right. If anybody knows how to run it back, it's you.
Oh, for sure.
You won back to back with the Florida Gators, as we all know, part of that iconic Florida Gators team. Now you're trying to run it back here in the Big Three. What's a typical schedule like for a team trying to run it back? What changes mindset wise for you guys coming off of a title last season?
You really can't change your mindset. It has to be the same. You have to come with the same mentality. You have to go out there and know you have to win every game. And that's the goal. And we got to play with the same intensity, and we got to play harder than everybody. And I think that's why we were so good last year. We played harder than everybody.
I think what a lot of people want to know that are watching and becoming fans of the Big Three, myself included, what's a typical schedule like for the Big Three? You know, some people come and they watch the Big Three, they see the, for lack of a better term, maybe a street ball vibe to it. But what a lot of people don't understand is that there is a lot that goes into this season. There is a lot that goes into the X's and O's for a Big Three team. So I'm curious for you guys, especially now, you have a little bit of turnover with the roster this year. I'm curious what goes into the actual X's and O's and planning and game planning for a season.
So we got to, like I said, we got a different team now. So we got to put our guys in the right position to be successful. So we got two bigs who can spread the floor. So it's going to open it up for me and Garland. And we got Brandon Moss now, a guy like him who can really drive. And, all the plays we're going to run, it's going to be, open up the floor, hit the bigs, and cut. And that's what we're good at, all three of us, me, Garland, Brandon Moss. And I feel like we're going to play defense. So we got to have our defensive scheme in, and we got to play hard. And I think if we do all those little things, we can win.
At your age, is it difficult to play harder?
Nah, I play hard all the time. I still play with the guys now. So for me, hey, I feel like I'm 21 still. I still
Love
got
it.
energy. Until I stop having energy, I'm gonna keep playing hard.
You look the same, and I'm not trying to scratch your back here. You look exactly as you did 10 years ago, just maybe not without the headband and the undershirt. Yeah,
Just need the headband, baby.
that's right. What kind of offensive sets do you run in three-man basketball compared to five?
Three man, we run a more pick and roll stuff. Try to make the low man help so we can kick it out, and just try to get the guys in rotation. When there's only three guys out there, it's hard for guys to rotate. And usually they have to switch, and that plays to our advantage. If you get a big on you, now you have an ISO situation where you go against a big.
Biggest difference between five-man and three-man, maybe not defensively, but probably offensive scheme-wise, what would you say?
Game wise, biggest difference, I'd say it's no help really. It's a lot less help. So when you're drawing stuff up, you're trying to just get an advantage, and to get the advantage is make two people get on the ball. Once you make two people get on the ball, you're playing 2-on-1. And that's what you're gonna do all game long. Play 2-on-1.
Who's the biggest trash talker in the big three?
Oh man, there's some trash talkers. Bees for sure. Bees talks a good game. So we're gonna say Bees because Bees is always talking, having a good time. And now, he got him and Lance on the same team. Oh, it's gonna be some trash talking over there. And you also, I like my man Jordan Crawford. He
Yeah.
talks his stuff. Him and Swaggy P, they got a good little group over there.
Do you talk your talk on the hardwood?
Oh, for sure. They know I talk my stuff. I got to.
All right, last year you and Jeff T got into it. Yeah, I'd say getting into it. That's not the right term, but it went
No,
viral with the too small motion that Teague after scoring against you in the post, a little hook shot. It looked like. Have you talked with Teague since then? Is there any beef between Corey Brewer and Jeff Teague?
nah, that's my guy. I love Jeff. You know, it's all competing, man. Like Jeff's a good dude. Like one of my dudes. Like I every time I see him, it's all respect, mutual respect, and but when we get on the court, we're gonna compete. You know, when you get to competing, it's gonna be. I like that. That gets me going. So you know, the too small. Like I love all the trash talk. For me, it gets me going. I feel like it's good for the league. It makes guys play harder. Fans love it. Fans want to see good basketball. They want to see guys go at it. You know, and I'm all for that. I'm an old school guy. Like I don't want to be your best friend. We step on this court. We're opponents. Let's go. Let's get it.
It's kind of a good segue. Do you think that there's a stigma nowadays with players playing on the same AAU teams, players playing there's it's easier to travel now. There's social media. They're talking to each other constantly, mostly with young players. Do you think that there's too much buddy buddy, if you will, going on with a lot of these players? Because some of the traditional basketball purists maybe don't love guys hugging it up after a basketball game. There's always going to be that sign of respect, but you being kind of more of a traditional guy, do you see any of that?
Yeah, you see guys, it's a lot more friends now. But it's like you said, it's more social media. Guys have contact with each other. So I get it. Like that doesn't bother me. You can be best friends, but once you step on the court, I feel like you're supposed to take each other's head off. Like if you watch the playoffs, like Nikhil Alexander Walker and Shea, like they're like brothers, man. But when they get on the court, they compete. Like and that's what it's all about. Like you be best friends, but when you get on the court, you know, you're competing.
You said that T can talk some trash, B's can talk some trash, Crawford. What's the best trash talking story that comes to mind, at least since you've been in the big three?
Since I've been in the big three. Man, probably I think the enemy, Swaggy, he was talking a lot of mess last year, like how are we not getting enough credit, like why are we the underdog when we was the champs, and you know, but then they had to play us, and we had to show them what it was.
Last one I have here for the big three, and then I want to dive in a little bit deeper on your college days, NBA days. Are we ever going to get a Gator Boys Stay Hot reunite in the big three? Are we going to see Corey Brewer, Al Orford, Joakim Noah, Torian Green team up in a big three?
Nah, I don't think that'll happen. I think Joe's loving life. Joe's not playing any basketball anytime soon, and Al's gonna be playing the NBA till he's 50. So I don't think so. And T Green he's coming fresh off a national championship, being assistant coach for the Gators, so he's enjoying his life too right now.
What's Joe up to nowadays?
Joe's everywhere, man. He's in Florida living it up. You know, being Joe King.
Let's dive into your NBA days a little bit here, Corey, because personally, I grew up a Sacramento Kings fan, and yeah, we didn't make the title run we wanted to when you were here. But I gotta say, you're one of my favorites to watch on the floor because of your
For sure.
energy that you brought. That's what me being a Sacramento guy, like that's what we always wanted in our players, and that's what you brought. Albeit it was a shorter stint. I would have loved to have had you a little
No, I
bit.
wish it was longer, man. I love Sac. Sac was a great place.
You're part of that Liddy committee
Oh yeah.
on the bench, man. That was a fun time. Um, okay, back in college, I don't want to say you made it famous, but in your days playing college ball, the baggy t-shirt undershirt was a real style. First of
Oh
all, what
yeah.
happened to it, and why aren't players using that nowadays? Because I like that look.
Oh man, nowadays all these guys like tight. Like it's like it went from one extreme to the whole other extreme. Like they're little shorts, little shirts. Like for me, I don't even know how they're comfortable. Like I'm a baggy guy. Baggy shorts, big shirt, headband, let's go play.
But you got away from the baggy t-shirt at one point in your NBA career.
Nah, they wouldn't let me wear the back. When I first got to the league, you couldn't wear a t-shirt under unless you was hurt.
Really?
Yeah, this is all this stuff, guys wearing stuff on their shirt. It's all new. It used to be a rule where you couldn't wear it. You had to wear it. You had to be sleeveless.
So what Anthony Davis wears now, for example, that is new rule, legal
Yeah, no rule. It
undershirt.
used to be like that's all new. It used to be like you couldn't do that.
Really interesting. So when you first joined the league, they said, "Nope, sorry, Corey, you can't wear that undershirt."
Can't wear no undershirt. Like go back and if you go back and look in like early 2000s, you won't see guys with t-shirts on.
And we wonder where the aura went in the NBA. Gator Boys decided to come back for another year, and they wound up going back to back. Why? You were going to the league.
Oh man,
Teammates were going to the league. Why did you run it back?
if anybody ever steps foot on the University of Florida campus, they would know why. We were having the time of our lives, man. We were all roommates, best friends. We were seeing each other every day, and we were living the dream. Like we were kids still. Like we were 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids. We were 19, I guess, maybe 20, just turned 20 at the time. Like, like there was nothing like being at the University of Florida at that time. Football team just won a national championship. Baseball team was in the College World Series. Gymnastics team was top six. Like volleyball team was great. Every sport was good when I was at school, and it was a time to be at Florida, man. And we looked at it. We were like, of course, we all were gonna be first round picks, lottery picks probably, but we can only go to college once, fellas. We're only gonna play together in our lifetime. We're gonna only do this one time, so let's run it back, and that's what we did.
Was there a win one for the Gipper speech, or was it pretty much writing was on the wall, we're all coming back?
Nah, we had to sit down, and we all went home. We came back. And it was kind of one of those things where I was like, I want to go back to school. And it was like, well, we're all for one, one for all. If one of us come back, we're all coming back. And we all decided to come back.
That's special, man. That doesn't come around, especially nowadays. That doesn't come around all the time. So that's pretty special. Well, a team that's trying to run it back is your Florida Gators. Have you gotten to talk with Coach Golden, Walter Clayton, or any of the Florida dudes since winning the title?
I've talked to a couple of guys, but I hadn't talked to Walter. I hadn't talked to Coach Golden. I talked to T Green. T Green's hype. He swear they just got we just got Boogie Flynn. He's really hype about that. So I think we got a chance. Hey, why not? Why not it be us? When the Gators win one, they win two. Let's say it like that.
You a baseball fan at all?
Yeah,
See, Jack Caglione, former Florida Gator, is going to be making his debut. I think it's later today, actually, or maybe later this week with the Kansas City Royals.
well, let's go. Hey, Gators. Hey, Gators. That's what we do, man. Hey, we compete at a high level.
Gator boys. You had a lot of nicknames. A lot of nicknames. The Drunken Dribbler, the Greyhound, Brew Ha Ha, and this one actually I think was my favorite. And this was your former coach who said this was one of your nicknames. The Giraffe on roller skates. What was your favorite?
Hey, man. I like them all. To be honest, the Greyhound was great, just because everybody in Houston they knew me as a Greyhound. They always call me the Greyhound to this day. People call me the Greyhound. But yeah, the drunken dribbler is cool. Everybody's like, "Why they call you the drunken dribbler?" Because I'm like, looks like I'm drunk when I'm dribbling, but you're not gonna take it.
Is there any that I didn't list that you've been called over the years?
I think I've been called so much stuff, man. Uh,
Do people call you Drunken Dribbler like on the floor?
nah,
More of a fan thing, maybe?
more it's a fan thing.
I mentioned I'm grew up a Sacramento Kings fan. I live in Sacramento. Did you ever watch the clip of you taking full flight, and then you actually held on to the rim, and then the momentum that you had behind you completely took the feet from underneath you, and the fall that you took down on the hardwood was scary, to say the least. Did you ever watch that clip? And two, are you still feeling the aftermath of that?
First of all, I have seen the clip, and I feel like I probably still do feel the aftermath. I hurt for about 2 months after that. I didn't miss a game or anything, but I hurt for 2 months. That hurt.
Did you get diagnosed with anything? Was it like contusions? Was it anything at all? Or you just built like a brick?
I'm just built like that. I got up. I kept playing. I don't think I went out the game.
All right, let's take a trip down memory lane. This will be our last segment for you, Corey, because I know you have lots to do today with the Pelicans. I'm going to name different teammates that you had over the years. Who is that behind you?
My little one,
How's it going, bud? What's his name?
Oliver.
Great to meet you, Oliver. How's it going, bud?
Good.
Your dad said he's a brick wall. What do you think? He's built like a brick
Yeah.
wall.
Yes.
I love it. Well, we'll see if he knows any stories. Does he remember any players from the clubhouse or anything?
Oh no, he's just 5. He's
He's just
he's the
five, yeah.
baby. He's the baby of the family.
Gotcha. How many kids do you have, Corey?
3 little boys, 16, 11, and this last one, 5.
So your 16-year-old probably was in the locker rooms a little bit
Yeah,
during.
my 16 and 11-year-old, they used to crawl around. They've been in locker rooms a lot.
Very cool. Let's take a trip down memory lane here. Feel free to add your son in here. He's more than welcome to join. We love it. First memory that comes to mind. It could either be a story, it could be a word, whatever you prefer when I name this player. All right. Kevin Love,
Outlet pass,
Kobe Bryant,
fade away.
Ricky Rubio,
Oh, Ricky Rubio, just pass first. Ricky was great. One of my favorite teammates. Ricky's actually one of my favorite teammates.
why is that?
Man, just the way he passed, the way he played, he just loved basketball.
Dirk Nowitzki,
Ooh, Dirk, championship.
James Harden,
Ah, man, the beard, fear the beard. James was probably one of the funniest dudes to play with just because when I was playing with him, he was playing at the MVP level. It was 40 points, 15 assists, 10 rebounds every night.
that video of you picking him up full court goes viral every now and then. You
Oh, yeah.
dunked it when you were playing for Philly.
Oh, yeah. Come on. I still got to get at him now. But James is my guy.
And the last one I have for you, speaking of Philly, is Joel Embiid.
And B, trust the process. Got to
Mhm.
say trust the process because when I got there, they had trust the process, and he was the problem at the time. He's really good.
Last one I have for you, it's Big Three related because that's what we're gearing towards here. And we're like a couple weeks here from Big Three on CBS coming up on June 14th. Build your ultimate Big Three roster using only Florida players.
Only Florida players. If I could build a roster, so I could pick 5 guys, right? So I got to pick my guys. I got to pick Joakim, Al, me, Torian, and the 5th one we go with Bradley Bill.
Okay. So none of the current Florida guys are making the cut though. We're not having Walter Clayton spot up on the.
Ooh, that is actually it'd be tough not to take Walter Clayton. So Walter Clayton, but I gotta go with Bradley Bill, man. Hey, but Walter Clayton definitely can make the cut. I'd kick Torian off for Walter.
I'm telling him you said that. We're gonna reach out to him and let him know about that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Corey, June 14th in Chicago and on CBS, season 8 of the Big Three returns. We can't thank you enough for joining us here on CBS. Here's to a healthy season. Here's to you trying to run it back one more time because nobody else knows how to do it better than you. So, Corey, thank you so much for joining us here on CBS.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.